Today is a day of retribution where Westside Gunn will atone for the sins he committed with Miguel the Plug. Nah, I'm just kidding. I mean, not really, but on a serious note, it don't get more Griselda than this. Sid Vicious on the cover, Halloween release, back-to-back releases, no features on here except for other Griselda artists, and then the production list is fire. High expectations for this one. If it's not good, I'm going to cry and delete my channel. Let's get to it. God dang, it's a grimy beat.
From Eastside Buffalo, his wrist weighs 4.5 pounds. Representing Fourth Row.
Hey, this is tough. Hey, this is tough. Hey, I'll take this over A.A. Rashid any day of the week, dog. We are very up right now. We done bullied Miguel the Plug off the album, A.A. Rashid off the album. I don't see no Keisha Plum on here, but I got ambushed yesterday, so we'll see.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yo, this beat is so cold, dog. Yeah, I like these ad-libs. They give it that 2000s feel.
Snipped it so hard he in the 10 shift. Rock got knocked with 10 bricks, he up the river. First time I turned 1 to 3, I got the shivers. I'm drinking water, fucking lean, skin cleaner.
All that self-care is.
Still leaning, 4 pounds in a pelly. These niggas jelly. I be out in Athens, Greece, flying on a jet ski. I was so icy, signed my name Wayne Gretzky. Pulled the Uzi out, this shit sketchy. In the well for
That's tall. Hey, we heard Wayne Gretzky flips before, but that was a unique one. He said he was so icy, so much jewelry on that he signed his name Wayne Gretzky.
Why you think I'm the most? I love these hating ass comments too. Keep them shits coming, man.
Hey, come on now. That song is cold. Look, Static went crazy, dog. Those keys sounded amazing. The whole beat sounded so majestic, so elegant. And then Westside Gunn's content, his brags, his luxury talk, all that played into it so well. Static just gave him that perfect canvas to rap over. And then the rapping was pretty good from Westside Gunn. He didn't have no over-the-top, super technical, really complex rhyme schemes, anything like that. But he was just flowing. He got in some good pockets, some good flows. All the brags sounded super slick. I like that Wayne Gretzky line. You know, the only thing, one verse on a 4-minute song, Westside Gunn said, somebody got to yap. Somebody gonna have to ramble about something, dog. Y'all might have escaped A.A. Rashid, but y'all ain't escaped me. That boy, I don't know if he writing albums or screenplays with all these monologues, but tough song. This is Dr. Psych. This is Max Caster.
Let me tell you how life been recently. I'm fresh back from Italy, shooting videos with my superstar artists in Milan. Took moms.
So Static Selected is an amazing producer in his own right, but him and Westside Gunn pair up so well. I think it has a lot to do with Westside Gunn's ear for beats. Just off of interviews, he goes through tons and tons and tons of beats, and it seems like he always ends up with Static Selected's best work. I mean, this ain't no disrespect to Static, but these last 2 beats have been better than any beat off of his last project that came out sometime last year. I forgot the name of it, but you can Google it real quick. That was whack.
No niggas got locked up by Kamala. No niggas got a free camera for Trump. Blew it. Started rapping niggas the next month. Bullets blew off his head. Gave my shooter a chest pump, bad guy. I'm out of Grammy week with my shit. Tug, bad guy. I'm out of Fashion Week with my shit. When you land, nigga hit me. Got a brick or a bitch. Got a gun, got a vest. Headshot, lot of mess. I'm proud of myself. 800K on my neck. I'm proud of myself. House I paid 2 mil cash.
This ain't not off the wall, but I like how he's using this motif where he'll repeat the line where the first one was he was out in Name the Place, out with his strapper basically, and then he had 2 different brags and said, I'm proud of myself after it. It's simple, but it's strong, right? And it show charisma. I like it.
King of kings, in all black out the sky like Sting. I live by the ring.
Out the sky like Sting. I like that, how Sting used to come in from the rafters.
Trench on black, Bottega gloves, black snub. Same Regis in my towel, get in the back rub.
Super fire!
All right, really solid song right there. I do like Beef Bar a little bit better than that song. Outside of the fact that this song didn't drag on for an extra minute and a half. But I do think there was another dope beat from Static Selector. Westside Gunn sound, or the Griselda sound, has been copied so much. It's dope that Westside Gunn continues to add another layer, add another element to that sound. He's always changing up the vibe of his production from album to album, sometimes for the worse, like And Then You Pray For Me. But most of the time, it's either finding new producers or pushing the boundaries of producers that he's worked with a lot. This time it's with Static Selector, where he's taking this super minimal bell, and then it has this pretty groovy bass line that's super subtle under it. He's toyed with more maximalist sounds recently, and he's getting back to that really minimalistic, bare bone sound. I think the rapping was solid, it wasn't crazy. No super standout bars or punches or anything like that. Just really solid brags all throughout. This is Dr. Britt Baker. It's a really muddy mix, not in a good way. He had a dope alliteration right there with that ah sound. Still going. This is the best rapping he's had. Hey, he kind of upped the ante on his ad-lib game. He's extending his regular bag of ad-libs with more, I'll say, over-the-top ad-libs. He did the same thing in 11 yesterday. I'm rocking with it.
$1,000 swim trunks, can't even swim. Still sharing one car, you can't even spend. My shit sound like the clip, never going in.
It's like it's both wars. I just keep it in my house with the burner is crazy.
But it feels like yesterday, and I already knew that I would make it.
Of course,
Congratulations. I wish Ant could see I made it. I wish Inf could see I made it. All it took was time and patience. Big Pookie said, what you waiting for? You should be always working that put shit into perspective. And since for what I'm on, my brothers asking for features. They turning ops into songs. Letting that Draco sing. Y'all nothing like us.
All right, y'all got me on a Rico charge.
I got the gift of gab, bitch. I'm a little bit clever. I'm still hungry, I can't lie. But the portion's getting better. Y'all know that I'm the future. I'ma let my fortune teller.
That hungry, but my portion's getting better as a dope flip, and then I let my fortune teller, which is a double entendre for his money.
Get that fucking line, the boy was a herd. Or you can talk too down like a trick. Wanna talk a fit, acting as a
Bruh, Dre wasn't ready for this. Dre thought it was bad with Kendrick. That's another solid song right there. I love the rapping from Westside Gunn. I think that was the best rapping that he's had on this album so far. Same luxury talk, same braggadocio, but he upped the ante with the lyricism. Mostly those alliterations when he got into that ah sound, like midway through his verse. I don't love the verse from Brother Tom Sauce, I think, but I kind of see the potential. He has an excellent delivery, and he's not the greatest singer in the world, but I think there's a lot of potential for him to jump in and out of that melodic bag. He definitely has plenty of vocals from this lane of hip hop. Only thing is I didn't love the writing on his chorus. I didn't love the chorus in general. And then with his verse, his lyricism, I don't even think it was on the level of Westside Gunn's. It wasn't bad at all, but if he's going to thrive on similar production, I'm not familiar with him at all, but if he's going to thrive on similar production as Westside Gunn, where you're taking minimal beats like this, it's going to put a spotlight on the lyricism. So you can't just be pretty good and sustain an album for 10 songs with pretty good. You got to be borderline elite, or you just got to have a ton of charisma. Production wise, this beat from Mug sounded like it was straight out of the 90s. He got back to his roots with this one. Matter of fact, this sounded like a beat that honestly I could see De La Soul or a Tribe Called Quest on it more than I can see Gunn on it. Smooth little piano chord right there. You had the boom bap drums. Pretty good beat. This is I Know Verdy.
Static Selector.
Static been going crazy. I'm more of a Muggs fan than I am a Static fan, just historically. Muggs is one of my favorite producers, but Static got the best 3 beats out of the first 4 songs.
Got me limping, 2 different colored diamond set tripping, 10 core garage at the back, every lyrically, spiritually, Valentino Campbell on my infantry. Song blazing out of Sicily, like pissing, potato on the barrel, might take you out of vision. Westside Chicago eating hells, me and Kimberly. Yeah, I'm like that. 10 mil euro, yeah, I'm like that. But the law come first, so I'm like that. And if you strike, then I strike back. Right back.
I'm rocking rocking with that song. That's my favorite song out of the last 3. Static really showing out. Dope piano chord. Sound a little bit similar to the pianos on Dr. Britt Baker, but these ones a little bit more moodier. I think the chord progression was a little bit more interesting. I think I like the drums a little bit better too. Westside Gunn giving us vintage Gunn, dog. This feels very similar to a like Hitler 5 or Hitler 6 as far as the level of rapping that we're getting from Westside Gunn, where it's not the best technical rapping in the world, but all the intangibles is there. The luxury talk feel like Rick Ross if he wasn't a former CEO. You see the charisma when he gets into the different deliveries. I like his choruses with the bad singing over the more polished chorus from that prior song. I will say one of the flaws that I'm seeing with this album is while I think all these songs have been at least solid, none of these songs have blown me away. Like there isn't the high that you get on take any Westside Gunn album for the most part. Like as much as I hate on And Then You Pray For Me, there hasn't been a Mama's Prime Time on this song or a Revenge of Flip's Legs so far. We got a lot of album to go, so it still can get there, but it's been a lot of solid songs right now, which ain't a bad thing. I just don't want to do that for another 10 tracks. This is Speedy 40. I like this. I like the pitch down vocals, man. I don't care what y'all say. Bro, this beat is disgusting. Duran Duran is not playing with y'all this year, man. He is making a case for producer of the year. There's going to be producers that have a lot more beats out than him. Duran Duran has, I think, 1 full tape, and other than that, he just has tracks here and there. But point to one Duran Duran beat this year that hasn't been excellent. Point to one. There's been a run of pianos on these last songs, but they've been getting better and better, and then these drums sound dope. Come on, man.
When I wear my shit, got you hurting, don't it? You a pussy nigga, I put a Birkin on you. Head on shit.
Somebody tell Westside Gunn this is not a Miguel the Plug beat. He does not have to rap like this. Look, I don't know if Westside Gunn is aware of it, but there are multiple flows in trap rap, dog. I don't know what it is, but whenever Westside Gunn hears some 808s, he get into that exact same flow, and it's not good. At least the brags ain't as generic as they were on And Then You Pray For Me.
I'm super fly car.
Alright, let's stay on beat now. Come on, man. I'm trying to be on my best behavior. I'm trying not to crash out, y'all. You know, Thug just got home. I'm in a good mood. All right, let's just get out the way. Westside Gunn's rapping on there. Trash. The flow, trash. Get a better flow. Get an updated flow. There's a ton of flows you can get to in trap rap. It doesn't have to be basic. That flow right there, if a radio rapper did it, I would tear it apart. So I'm going to keep the same energy with Gunn. But on the positive note, this is retribution. This proves my thesis of we don't hate And Then You Pray For Me because it's trap. This was a trap beat, and this trap beat was fire. We hate And Then You Pray For Me because the trap beats on there from Miguel the Plug was dumpster juice. So when Westside Gunn give you that basic trapped on phonics, cat in the hat with a shiesty flow, it sounds bad on a bad beat, but it's bearable on a good beat. Thank God for Duran Duran there. This is Duran Duran.
I'm off the top row. Suplexing you niggas. From here on out. Just call me Drop C.
I mean, this album is really a piano recital, but they going crazy. The last, 5 tracks have been keys? I don't even mind.
Hey, yo, president, you look the road, she a real pose. She 40 got a nose like sugar shady motion. Short cash zipped up, makes you show.
I like that bar. Plus, you got the rhyme scheme. We got that 2-syllable Mosley back-to-back rhyme scheme.
Body bag zipped up, 12 slugs, you know it's me. The only nigga parking
He talking
up the
crying.
screens, we talking prices. Then my plug had a nosebleed, he moved like ISIS. Prada silk shirt.
I like that because they was elevated. They was in the mountains talking about the prices.
Big shell, knock off some bodies off from Air Hardy on Jeff Hardy. My shooter sniffing Yoda through a straw, we raw. Trade pound to your Georgia, except for we got. Designer all we rock. Scratch the code off the Glock. A homie just came home. You can tell by his
He is
running
floating
count,
right
pound
now.
load. I'm on his easy look fly with a team. Slide the doors back on the Maybach minivan. Duran Duran.
Come on, dog. That song is so fire. That song is cold. The beat is tough, and then Westside Gunn's rapping, dog. Complete opposite of Speedy 40. He got it out of his system. If I gotta get through one trap song, album from here on out, all right, whatever. It could be worse. It could be a 3-minute Keisha Palm poem instead, so I'll take it. But son, man, this is Westside Gunn at his peak potential. He's taking, content-wise, he's taking two of the most prominent themes in hip-hop, how gangster he is and how much money he got, and he's doing it in the best way possible because of how vivid everything is. The imagery is kind of reminiscent of Prime Benny, where he was putting you right in all those coke sales, those drive-bys. All the imagery was on point, and then with the luxury talk, everything is so descriptive. Plus, he's flashing some dope rhyme schemes. Plus, he gets into some more of those charismatic, singy-songy deliveries, and he can switch back and forth between the really lyrical pockets and then the more singy-songy pockets. I wasn't too crazy about the singing. I guess that was a pseudo chorus refrain at the end, but I do think it breaks up the song nicely and gives you an element you didn't really have in previous songs. Well, maybe with the Brother Tom song he had one, but that song is sick. I would say that's the best song on the album. This is Runway, Pieces at the Last Supper.
Shit right here. It's like Leonardo da Vinci. It equates to being ahead of your time. See,
It sounds a lot like the Dr. Britt Baker.
I'm trying to
I like this one better than that one though.
I'm talking artists of the century. See the similarities?
We used to have wars. Tommy Hill versus Nautica, you know me, Flash LaGuardia. We used to have wars. Tommy Hill versus Nautica, you know me, Flash LaGuardia. We used to have wars.
I'm a fan of the scratching and the DJ drummers, Gangsta Grill ad-libs. Like, if you downloaded the virus onto your computer from LimeWire on accident, you feeling this. This is our era.
You know me, Flash LaGuardia. We used to have wars. Tommy Hill versus Nautica, you know me, Flash LaGuardia. Pick his body up.
I like that 3-syllable rhyme scheme right there.
Like in Somalia, remind me of the time I had it. We used to
Let
have
my boy
wars.
go.
Tommy Hill versus Nautica, you know me, Flash LaGuardia. Pick his body up. Dope spoon black in Somalia, remind me of the time I had
It's a
it.
fire 3-syllable rhyme scheme.
Bullets filled.
3-syllable rhyme scheme in and of itself ain't nothing too off the wall. It's good, but the way that he's using it back to back right here.
Tie him up when your bricks at your bitch light you up. She said you just speed up plus 100 G's. Shot him in his leg for the work. I need the money, please.
can't trust them.
11's in the summer, hopping out of Hummer. I know I hit him, he still lives. Shit a bummer. Now I gotta plot again to make sure he under.
That's basically what I
Runway
like.
pieces at the Last Supper. Kept the work fresh, had to stash it in the tupper. Verdi on the Kenzo, Tiger on the jumper. White boy Nick came through with a tundra. Gave me 3 hours for 6 rocks. I had to spin the block 2 times for my mind free, catching over 2 times.
That trap imagery right there, the Last Supper is basically them at a trap house eating with all the work stash and they doing a drug deal from a white guy, country white guy.
Do or die, suicide. I need my chicken like mama's fried. Few more homicides, then we monopolize.
Need my chicken money and then mama's chicken, fried chicken. Is Gunn back? I think this might be a Griselda channel again, man. This give you that feeling. I mean, so far, 9 tracks into this album, is this going to contend for his best album? Is this better than a Fly God, a Supreme Blind Tale? No. But I say it's on track for being his best album since probably Hitler Wears Air Max 8 Part B. And then the level of penmanship, the level of lyricism that he's been showing, especially on the last few songs outside of that trap song, it's an element that he didn't have in a lot of his earlier projects. Even as good as Fly God was, he didn't get into all these intricate flows, these intricate rhyme schemes in that album as much. He had pockets of it, and he has pockets of it here, but it's just so much more consistent. But I love the lyricism on this song, love the imagery on this song, I love the beat. It's kind of impressive that he's had so many piano samples without these production sounding stale. I think this has been a really well-produced album. I'm kind of on the fence if I like the pacing of this album with so many short songs, so many one-verse songs on here, and then you combine combine it with the DJ drama ad-libs, which I like, but it gives this a really mixtape-ish feel, which I think is what he's going for anyways, but it just makes the album feel a little bit less grand, especially going to compare it to something like a Pray for Paris. But so far, I think he's cooking up a dope album. This is Air Interlude.
Yeah. What they say,
We should have known.
Hey, yet again, here we have
Hey, yo, this
another
beat is
profound
That
and
vocal sample?
extremely intentional
The
display
guitars?
of
Say beat. Y'all let me know what he said because I wasn't listening. This is Free Shots. Conductor gotta chill out.
Blink twice. Oh, nah.
Come on, Conductor. You got an album that came out today too. You gotta say something, man. You can't be giving all this out. Conductor got him ODing off the testers.
Lean off the flip phones, rose gold wrist on. Even in hell flames, I wouldn't even piss on. My shooter get a sniff on. Brick still live on. Legendary
I like
show
this
my
flow.
puppy the statue.
Plugging the statue is hilarious.
Tell the haters suck a dick, I hope they keep watching.
Muffler on the sub, sound like Dougie Fresh beatboxing. Selling fit.
Let's go, Conway. That line is so tough, dog. Y'all have shot a gun with a muffler on it. It do be sounding like Dougie Fresh beatboxing. That line is fire. I can't recreate it because I can't beatbox, but the way that Dougie Fresh does his bass sound, that line's crazy.
Shorts casket, nickname Sebastian. 200 buyers in my glory, let me bask in. You ever made racks out?
I like that bask in my glory
my homie
flip.
in the super max till he max out. Before she ate my dick, she took her lash out. A pussy nigga get me mad, I'ma lash out. We gon' smoke them niggas and stab out.
What is Conductor on? Yeah, my boy, go ahead and submit to that random drug screening.
Those niggas, those is little niggas, man. Don't forget that, nigga. Those niggas, them niggas is little niggas to us.
Yo, Conductor Williams is so not regular. Dog, it's time. It's time to start having that conversation. We got to start putting him in the best producer conversations because what he does is so above and beyond what it would take to be an elite producer in this space. I'm not entirely sure how he manipulated this sample, but he did one of two things. He had this, oh Lord, sample, and under it was like this bass line, but he also had another vocal sample, another choir vocal sample, where he might have reversed the sample. I can't really pick it out, but if he didn't, he threw a ton of distortion or effects on it to make it sound like a bass line. But that subtle thing, that second layer of vocals filled out so much of the beat. That's why when he cut it out at the very end, even though he took out the drums too, that's why that beat sounded so bare once he just had that, oh Lord, sample at the end. This is a lane of hip hop where you can be one of the best producers by just finding a great sample and finding a creative way to flip it. This guy's really staying true to his name. Like, he's still just sampling, but it's like he's making his own instruments. He's taking samples and doing what they weren't intended to do with them. That just wasn't regular, dog. That beat was stupid. Westside Gunn was fire. I said that's pretty on par with his last several verses. I like the Conway verse. For one, I just needed that switch up of hearing a guest feature. Westside Gunn is a pretty good rapper now, but his albums still sound better when he adds other elite rappers to them, especially other elite Griselda rappers. Conway came in with that Dougie Fresh line and stayed in some dope pockets for the rest of the verse. I liked his brags. I liked his street talk. Fire song. This is the title track, Still Praying.
Shanae, head to toe with the loaded AK. Free cutter, I just said I loved them on the JPay. Bust down spoon,
real.
but I for rich in the play.
That's a subtle line right there, but I like it. He said, I love you on the JPay, where basically he's showing his support, not just giving him a call and saying he loved him. He sent him some money, and that's his way of saying he loved him. I like that.
Nice boom, but ain't shit like the
Machine, get paid the bags for the way he spazzed. Niggas went viral, they careers spiral like a Brady pass.
Louis millionaires or billionaires. Money counting shorts, we kill you then. Spin your thoughts on the ceiling fan.
I like this 3-syllable right here.
Kilogram. 2 days later, sit back your hand. 3 days later, send the other hand. Glock with the rubber band.
Switch on it, shots get the stuttering like Dutter Man. Then hopped in.
Come on, man. The Hall and Ash chemistry is just special, dog. I don't think a verse exists where they go back and forth in the same verse and it's not good.
Ricky O'Trent, Bound Dracula, Massacre. All you see was fire out the passenger. Clapping you, you better
Bro, this
step
a
in
fire rhyme
fashion. Celine
scheme.
Mass Spectacular.
My queen's black and lavender. My king's trapped in Attica.
Griselda's really back. It wasn't looking good. It's been a rough year and a half or so. These boys might be back. What Conway did right there with that rhyme scheme is so dope because they had a 3-syllable passenger rhyme scheme right there, and then Conway took it and turned it to a 5-syllable rhyme scheme where the last 3 syllables, that 5 syllables, is still that passenger, but then he added 2 more syllables to it, so it became black and lavender, and then the black is one of the syllables that's already used in the 3-syllable rhyme scheme. You don't have to get that far into the weeds to appreciate it, but it's that level of detail that makes this flow sound so dope.
I'm gonna make you pay for what you did. You gon' pray we never spin your block again. How you get recliners in your Benz? If it ain't Griselda, it don't mean nothing. If it ain't Michelle, it don't mean nothing. If it ain't
Appreciate you for reminding me. Where Michelle Records at?
my 23rd brick, I turn everyone sideways. By my 55th pickup, nigga, I feel like Bronny. Yeah, on my cocaine with.
That Bronny line is fire. My 55th pickup, just talking about how many drug runs he's done, and then Bronny, I'm assuming, was the 55th pick. If you watch the draft that long, you are a sick dude.
My dance moves getting tricky. Seem like my custos getting picky. Killers in the drug zone getting wicked. Drum on the mini ripple. Brick on me, I'm from Michigan. Fresh Prince of the Bill with that Uncle Phil and Auntie Vivian. Ain't no smiling and get up.
Hey, I like the imagery. I like how detailed his drug talk is. This is just what Bodie do. Most of coke rappers be making coke movies. He be making coke documentaries. It's junk educational. But his flow, he does this a lot. I don't really like it. It's slightly offbeat.
20 years ago, when I rocked that first piece of blow, I hand stretched it like Papa John piece of dope. How can y'all be so broke when I monetize?
Hey, that's tough, dog. You stretch the word like Papa John's pizza dough, how you knead out the dough before you make the pizza.
Then I decline that meeting with Donald. I don't even vote. Rock sizzled on a black spoon.
Bro, you're not being a Republican allegation. Go ahead and throw the MAGA hat on.
My road to glory was time sensitive. Bust the Prezi, then got rid of it. 60 karat Pyrex, I'm different. And fuck rap, cause I'm living it. Fuck that. They say a lot about y'all if you're not feeling it.
This song is like if Red Death was the junior varsity team, this is the varsity team right here. It's a dope posse cut right here. Now, I don't love the beat. I think Westside Gunn and Conway sounded super comfortable on it. I think Stove God sounded comfortable on it too, but this wasn't the best beat, especially for Boldy and then even Benny. I think it stopped him from getting into his usual lyrical acrobatics. But that said, everybody still came with it on their respective verses. Westside and Con, they were on a different level. They had that Hall and Nash chemistry going together where they were playing into each other's lines with the content and with the rhyme schemes. Then Westside Gunn dropped off and let Conway go for a little bit longer. Stove God's verse was just pure charisma. All of it was that singy song delivery, but he snuck in a couple of clever lines in there. Boldy James is, if Harvard and Yale had a drug dealing 501 class, Boldy would teach it. Super vivid with his descriptions, and then Benny the Butcher was vivid with his imagery as well. If I had to rank them, Gunn and Conway, then Benny, Stove, and then Boldy. This is Underground King with Wrong Street. Wait, why wasn't Wrong Streets on that last song?
Hold your legs dry, rocking off that monster. Scorpion death lock, don't get your head shot. Miners, cutting China on fine China. I learned dope money was the fastest as mine. I heard the slick shit.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Conductor blew up the spot. These beats probably would sound a little bit better if they didn't come after that ridiculous beat on Free Shots. Still Praying and Underground King, these are the lightest 2 beats on the album, in my opinion.
You hear a minor, you know.
They're not bad, though.
MJ from the free throw and designer. Have a bitch treat you like a barber and line you.
Hey yo, it's Westside Pootie.
Did she record with a spy camera? What is she recording with?
I told y'all stop copying off my daddy. And now I'm in middle school. I seen one of my dad old headers the other day, and you know what he still is?
Bro.
Disgusting.
Oh,
Make
okay.
the law.
Hey, man, he taught her how to yap from an early age. I respect it.
Free my niggas locked behind bars. They can't lock your mind, do the time, don't let it do you, walk it off. Learn a lesson in the loss, I had to find focus. Now I'm refined on fire, this rage for the roaches. Had to switch it up, rearrange shit. We lit, found my lane, now my account look like I hit the chase glitch. Camo down like Birdie, don't
like
get your
that
face
line.
lit. They sick, I'm like Magic Johnson. They wonder if I still got it, I never lost it. It's Louis on my Air Force.
Magic Johnson, they wonder if I still got it. That's a good line.
Gorgeous. See what
I don't think nobody's ever wondering if Wrong Street still got it. It was them other Griselda dudes. I ain't gonna lie to ya.
The total package like Lex Luger. I need all of my dough, I don't take shorts, I'm not a booster.
The total package like Lex Luger's dope. He playing to the wrestling themes on this album. Lex Luger's nickname was the total package.
Lose, I'm something you're not used to. Fork in the pot, making shit rock like Medusa.
Alright, that song is cool. It's definitely a cool down from the last couple of songs. The production is still fine, but if you compare it to some of the more intricate samples, really just compare it to Free Shots. This is a much more straightforward sample and much more straightforward drums. So not a crazy beat, but a solid beat. Westside Gunn's rapping, I think, was a slight step down from most of his rapping on this album. It's still solid, but the brass were a little less creative. The rhyme schemes weren't as intricate, but I think Rome Streets kind of made up for a lot of that, where he got into his normal bag where he'll get into the alliterations, and then he had a few nice punches sprinkled in there. Let's go ahead and close this thing out with LeSalle Station.
I'm from a city, if you make you watch the hate gon' spill. Free cutter, free sleeves, free slide, free skills. Copy paint is over the sway, sofa create. Culture had a picture, make Kelly. Used to take it down the road to Susie with smart nigga. Remind me of fresh. Nigga had the best work at 16. Ain't had a step.
I ain't mad at that at all. These boys shot 100% from the field when it came to these piano beats. Nice little keys with the reverb on it, nice boom bap drums, and solid rapping from Westside Gunn. Overall, man, I'm very satisfied. This is the most Griselda sounding album that we've had in a very long time. This joint right here is the yin to And Then You Pray For Me's Yang. This is the Stone Cold to And Then You Pray For Me's Vince McMahon. Westside Gunn is just really undefeated when it comes to picking beats. If he's picking anything in the neo boom bap minimalistic lane of hip hop, the production is going to be great. And it was here. I think Static Selector was the standout from the first half of the album. The album sounded really cohesive with a lot of different piano samples. Conductor Williams, man, I think he stole the show with the beat on Free Shots. That beat was different. I'm even rocking with that trap beat that Derringer had. Only two beats I think lagged behind the rest were the Still Praying beat and the Underground Kings beat. But even those beats weren't bad. I think for the most part, Gunn gave us pretty good rapping. If he gonna do that trap BS, he need to get in the lab because that was terrible. But all the other verses on here were pretty dope. Westside Gunn's always thrive when it comes to mixing that street talk with that luxury talk, and he was definitely in his bag here. Plus, he just has a different standard of lyricism now than he did early in his career, and it really shows. And now, on the negative side of things, I still am a little bit skeptical on his ability to sustain a longer album kind of by itself. Like, he went several songs before he had an actual feature in there. The album is essentially one feature on the first 10 songs, and then the last 4 are backloaded with features. I think the way that he compensated for that is he only had one verse on essentially every single song, and it helps not make the album boring, but it does make it feel mixtape-ish, and it does feel a little bit jarring because the songs are in and out before they can really get started up. You don't really have time to flesh out any song structure, which he probably ain't gonna do anyway. But with some of Gunn's longer songs, you get to throw in like some creative choruses and other elements to it that just wasn't here on that album. But then when you get to the last third of the album, I think every single feature brought it, and it's great to hear nothing but Griselda features on here. Now, where it falls on Gunn's discography, I think it's middle of the road, but I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. And if nothing else, it's the wasabi, the ginger, washing away the taste of And Then You Pray For Me. So, dope project. If you want to hear my magnum opus of hating, check this joint out, or check this video right here.